How's it going, guys? I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today is going to be a little bit more of like a brief, shorter video. We're going to be looking at the Chevy Corvette C8 ZORA. Again, this car like isn't even out yet, and it shouldn't be out yet for at least a couple years, but I'm just gonna go and tell you guys some little information I gathered after doing some research on it. Again, like not a lot of stuff is available for the public as of right now. But I'm just going to kind of go over when it should be released, the expected power that it should have, the engine that's going to be in it, little details that have been allowed to, kind of like go public. This car like should be like the flagship model or flagship trim, I guess you could say, of the C8 Corvette. It is going to be absolutely insane. Should be making over 1,000 horsepower from factory, which is wild. We're going to talk about that more in a little bit. But before I actually start today's video, definitely be sure to subscribe down below. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed to me. Like, I can see the stats. I think it's like 80% of my viewers or something like that aren't even subscribed to me. So it definitely will help me out a lot if you guys could go down there. Take the second that it takes to go and hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot, especially as a smaller YouTuber, and I definitely appreciate it, guys. And also, if you do enjoy this video, if you at least get some information from it or whatever, definitely be sure to hit a like down below. That also helps me out a lot in like YouTube's algorithm or whatever. And also in the comments, let me know what you guys think of this, if this is actually going to go through. Do you guys think that this isn't going to be realistic? Do you think it's going to take later to actually produce with the ongoing situation with COVID and everything? Because remember, the first year of production for these C8 Corvettes was this past like spring of 2020, winter of 2020. So they really had to like cease production, and that's really caused C8 Corvette's prices to absolutely skyrocket on the used car market. I've been seeing like used C8s, one owner, go for like 6 figures, which is kind of crazy, but it's also a good investment for the owners that like pre-ordered them, that got them before Chevy actually shut down production for the factory. So again, let me know what your guys' opinions are. Let me know if Chevy's going to maintain like their schedule, if they're going to get this C8 ZORA out on time, or if it's going to be delayed like at least 1 or 2 years. So that being said, guys, I'm going to dive right into this article. I'll leave the all like the links or whatever to these articles down in the description below, so you can definitely check it out yourself. But as you can see, the first thing that I really wanted to go over, so it's expected to arrive for the 2024 model year. Now, that being said, I don't know if we're actually going to see them in 2024 or actually like late 2023. Because again, the Supra that I did the review on, that was a 2021 Supra, but I was able to drive it actually back in, I believe, October or September of 2020. So again, we might be seeing them as early as 2023, which would be absolutely awesome. Now, as far as the drivetrain's concerned, that's what's going to be pretty crazy with this car. So it's not going to be a rear-wheel drive C8 like the C8s that we've already kind of seen. It's pretty much going to be a twin-turbo V8 with an electric drivetrain. So it's going to be like a hybrid, very reminiscent, kind of like a hybrid supercar, kind of like the new Acura NSX that's been in production for probably like over 5 years now. I don't even know, I've lost track. But yeah, so it's kind of gonna be like me personally, I feel like it's kind of gonna be like an American counterpart to the new Acura NSX. Hopefully gonna be putting down even better numbers than it though, because it's going to have a lot more power for sure. And as we can see right here, guys, it's pretty much a twin turbo 5.5 liter V8 LT7 engine. Now the LT7 engine hasn't been in any cars. Like it's basically like it's not a made up engine, but it's going to be a future engine. It's gonna be dual overhead cams with 32 valves, so that's 4 valves per cylinder. A pretty standard, I mean, most modern engines are double overhead cams with 4 valves per cylinder. So nothing crazy there, but again, it's going to be a twin turbo V8 from factory, probably going to have upgraded internals. And with the hybrid, I guess, drivetrain, if they have some batteries or whatever in it, I'm pretty sure all that torque is going to be instantaneous. And again, as you guys can see right here, the total system output is expected to slightly surpass actually 1,000 horsepower and 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, which is pretty insane. Obviously that's definitely gonna be like to the drivetrain, so I guess to the wheels it's going to be maybe around like high 800s, a little over 900 to the wheels, which is still like absolutely nuts. And this is probably when it comes out, unless either Ford or Mopar or anyone else comes out with something with even more power. This is probably going to be the top performing, like the top dog out of like American cars when it actually does come out in a couple years. So now moving on to this little article, it basically talks a little bit about the LT7 engine. Again, they're pretty much making this engine for the C8 ZORA. This hasn't been in any other Chevy vehicles. That's expected, like what it's going to kind of look like. You can see the twin turbos mounted down there and then the exhaust right there. So again, still like mid-engine configuration. Obviously it's going to be a C8 Corvette. They're not going to, you know, make it front engine or rear engine. But what I do find fascinating is that they are going to be making this specific trim all-wheel drive. So it's going to be a monster on the drag strip. It's going to be a monster around a road course, and it's, I mean, there's like literally no words. I mean, it's crazy what these manufacturers are just constantly putting out. And in a few years, hopefully, I'm lucky enough to like actually review one of these on my channel. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of insane. So this is something else that I did find interesting. So apparently for the 2024 model year, at least according to this article, it should have around 700 horsepower and 850 foot-pounds of torque, and there's going to be no electric assist. But in the 2025 with the electric assist, that's when we're going to see over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, as well as over 1,000 brake horsepower from this car. I don't know if that's true or not. Quite frankly, I don't even think that the people who wrote this article know if it's true or not, because again, nothing's finalized right now. Like, we just started 2021, so a bunch of stuff can change. Quite frankly, like, I don't understand why they wouldn't just kind of start with the first model year being with the the hybrid electric, or like the electric assist with those extra batteries or motors in them. But again, I don't know. Even like this, like some people, because again, like in the age of like the internet where everyone has 1,000 horsepower all the time, you drive a C8 mid-engine Corvette with 700 horsepower and 850 foot-pounds of torque. That's still like an insane car. So either way, if they decide to move forward with this like kind of like hybrid electric assist, very accurate NSX style of drivetrain, I guess you could say, or they don't and they just keep it as a traditional like twin turbo gas engine V8. Either way, it's going to be like amazing. And again, that's just my opinion. I personally do think that it's going to be a hybrid, and I don't think that they would just throw that idea away. So now, going down a little bit further, just talks about how the LT7 is going to represent the 6th generation of double overhead cam V8s in this like LT family, I guess. Now I do know this first one, the 6.2 LT1 naturally aspirated, that's the one that's in the base model C7, because again, I did a couple reviews on some C7s on my channel, excuse me. If you haven't checked those out, definitely be sure to. I'll probably like leave a link up in the top of the video right now. If you didn't see them, I did basically the one review was a review on a C7 premium edition. It was the one where they only made like 500, Laguna Seca blue, absolutely beautiful car, Alcantara interior. And then I also did another review on a black Z51 C7, which the premium edition mechanically is basically Z51, but it's a premium edition. Both of them were amazing cars, but like mechanically they were pretty much like the same exact car. So that's pretty much it for these two articles. Again, not a lot of information out right now. Pretty much the body is going to be very similar, like the chassis is going to be the same. They're not going to completely change it. It's not going to be a front engine Corvette. It's still going to be mid-engine. It's going to be a traditional, I guess, C8. But I did definitely want to take a look at this Motor Trend article. I didn't really want to kind of go through the article or whatever, but I did just want to show you guys this render that Motor Trend did. Personally, I think this is really cool. Obviously, you can see on that back spoiler there, it does say Z06. So again, this is a completely hypothetical render. Obviously the Z06, it actually is coming out within this year. It should be coming out in 2021. So we'll see how that is going to look, but I'm sure the Z06 is going to, compared to the regular C8, which looks like this, the Z06 is definitely going to probably have a different spoiler, different front lip, maybe different side skirts, and a different diffuser. I don't know if the spoiler and like the whole design of the car is going to be that aggressive, but I would love to see like the ZORA looks like something like that. I would love to see it with a big wing, maybe a active aero wing like we see on the new Ford GTs, or something similar to that. Now obviously the more features and more technology you add to this car, the more expensive it's going to be, which does suck, but I would definitely want Chevy to put out something that would be like a masterpiece. And again, if you are subscribed to my channel, you know I have a Mustang. You know traditionally like I like Ford, but I can definitely respect like everything, and I do really like Corvettes. I love the C7. I think the C6 Z06 is fantastic, and it's still a beast on the street today, and I would definitely love to. And obviously the C8, like just the regular base model C8, is extremely revolutionary in and out of itself. So if they came out with this 1,000 horsepower C8 ZORA Corvette, I would love to see them just go all out and just throw a bunch of research and development towards this trim, because me personally, a car of that caliber would definitely deserve it. Plus, I would love to see like an American manufacturer take the crown for like the fastest lap time at the Nürburgring, dethrone the Porsche GT2 RS, really like represent America, whether it's in Europe, Japan, or even here stateside. Get a couple like lap records, because personally in my opinion that would be awesome to see. And the more boundaries that automotive manufacturers continue to break, the more their competitors are going to be pushed, which basically just gives us, the public, better cars to choose from in the future. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this, a little brief like talking video, automotive news video, just kind of telling you guys what hopefully I would love to see from this C8 ZORA when it gets released in a few years. So that being said, guys, again, definitely let me know what do you think about this car down in the comments below. Me personally, I mean, if this thing is like actually real and they're actually going to come out with it, I can't think of anything negative right now to really say about it, but still I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Also let me know down in the comments below what your opinions on just like the regular base model C8 Corvette is, and let me know if you guys kind of like learned something from this video, and if you like this type of style video, I'll definitely continue to do it in the future. But anyways, like always, thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.